one spontaneous encounter for your career to kind of snowball. I've seen from many years of hiring, many years of mentorships, everybody is trying to find the most optimal route to a given destination. But really, if you keep making breaks happen, then that's opportunity. And when it presents itself, you're ready to seize it. And especially in today's world where it might seem really hard to break into the field because everybody's looking for experienced hires in this field, all it takes is just that one break. One break, you get in and you're on the other side. So always be on the lookout.
I definitely was not coming from a technical background. My focus had always been more around like international studies and political science. I went to school for public policy at Carnegie Mellon with the idea of I'll get into more like government policy work. Honestly, I just met a couple of guys there who are my friends. They're the guys that I drank beer with, and they were on the data analytics track. I'm going to go take some more classes with them next quarter just because we're friends. I took like a R class with them, and that was my first introduction to data science and just coding in general. And I was like, oh, cool, this is good. Went to consulting after that at PwC, joined their analytics team. I didn't know what anything was. What does UX stand for? What's a product manager? I didn't know anything.
One really important point here in Sean's background is that he was coming from a non-technical background, not the very traditional sort of math engineering, and he's been successful at getting into the field and thrive in the field. So there's a lot of instances of that where it may not actually pop up in many people's mind that they could actually do it. And now here we are. Everyone can do it. How I started in data is actually very spontaneous. So in college, back in the 2000s, I was very interested in things like statistics, economics, and more applicable versions of mathematics effectively. That's what I studied. Back then, there was no such thing as data science, big data, or anything data. It just didn't exist. And statistics department, at least in my college, was very tiny. We're talking about 10 or 20 people per year. And what do everybody do after they graduate when there's no such thing as like a data field? 98% of them went on to become an actuary. Knowing that 98% of my classmates went there, I deliberately chose not to go there because I didn't want to follow the crowd. And so that snowballed into multiple opportunities where learning a whole bunch from a cutting edge company using data analytics, jumped over to Facebook, jumped over to the very early version of Pinterest, and then LinkedIn, and then Nextdoor.
Oh, interesting on how we all came to that place. I was a computer science and then business, and Sean, you were entirely like non-tech. And you were from like traditional data, which is statistics and math. But all of us, through whatever turns we took, led to the same journey, and we are like at very similar places right now. So this could be an example for whoever's viewing today. Wherever you are, it's just that taking the right turn and then another turn and then another turn, and eventually you could go to the place that you'd want to go to. It's just about taking those turns and, patiently being on that journey.
So I think we all heard from this conversation here that every one of us caught a break somewhere, and that break led us to where we are today. It is something to look out for, and we're going to keep emphasizing it, is look out for that one break for you. And perhaps that would be a game changer in your life too.
Have you heard about Lux surface area? I've read this somewhere, maybe from Sahil Bloom or someone. So they talk about increasing your Lux surface area. So if you think about it, maybe I got lucky with my internship at Microsoft. Maybe I got lucky with coming to Nextdoor, where I had the chance to grow into management. But guess what? I was doing a lot more, which is what I think you were talking about, right? Is doing so much that when the opportunity clicks, you're already there. You're already doing the same work, and it's just literally transferring into that. So when you work on yourself in multiple areas and increase your chances of getting the opportunity to you.
Yeah, I think also it's like openness to experiment with a bunch of different things. And I talk to a lot of aspiring data scientists who are like, I really want to be an applied data scientist at this specific thing, company, and I want to do it like right now at this point. You might go there and not like it. You might not even like data science. Not saying you shouldn't go do it, but be open to exploring that. Be open to exploring like data analytics, data engineering, ML, product management. Be open to checking out startups, big companies, and everything in between. everyone has a different thing that they're going to like really enjoy. Try those different things. And the nice thing about data in general is the skills are very transferable from one thing to another. So you can still change your path. You don't get pigeonholed. You can get to wherever you want. There's so many different ways. And I think had that openness like kind of broadens that luck surface you're talking about.
I think that's the theme of this intro podcast, which is always be ready for the opportunity.